In 1926, John Grierson created a factual film that told a story through sensory entertainment, whilst providing the audience with knowledge and understanding of real-life occurrences. Over the next coming years, documentaries developed methods to provide the audience with more knowledge on subjects, whilst keeping them engaged and maintaining their trust. The development of modes, content, and style created new, innovative forms of filming. 2015 Italian short film Irregulars, directed by Fabio Palma, expresses many of these documentary traits, and has since won multiple awards at 19 different short film festivals around the world, including New Orleans Film Festival 2016 and Hamptons International Film Festival 2016. The film identifies two of these particular modes through abstract techniques of filming and storytelling. The documentary allows the audience to learn about the isolation of refugees endure through a story that describes direct experience. This can be assessed as a performative mode of documentary. However, due to 20-year-old Ghanaian refugee Cyril Kabor wishing to keep his identity hidden, the filmmaker Fabio Palma proposed a more poetic approach. A warehouse of mannequins portrayed the story through various postures, while the use of symbolism indicated the numerous places Cyril's journey of escaping persecution took him, some in tight cages, others upside down. This abstract take on refugee story also painted a metaphor for the audience. Refugees are not treated as humans, but rather movable objects that can be picked and placed wherever those in control choose. This film gives the audience the ability to form their own opinion on the treatment of refugees and what they endure to seek safety. Kabor only provides an oral account of his experiences. However, the story allows the audience to bear witness, connecting emotionally to his tale through the director's use of performative mode. The filmmakers embodied expressive engagement with an issue, situation, or event. Though the majority will not relate to his experiences firsthand, the audience emphasizes with the clever use of mannequins. The minor details within the story allow the audience to form a trust that is factual, whilst being able to express metaphorical images. Palma styled the film to consistently flick between mannequins with individual markings, symbolizing personal identity, to those blank and cloned. He syncs the narrator's story with these various shots, poetically depicting his missing identity. At 3:50, Kabor recalls no longer being identified as Cyril Kabor, now only a series of numbers. In a split second, the painted faces become blank, with only minor facial features and a number differentiating them. Lighting is altered dramatically throughout the documentary to sync the audience's perspective of the story with the environment of the warehouse. The film begins with industrial rustic lighting, simple, setting the scene. Pans of the warehouse with white light provide a medical wardroom aesthetic. The people are quite literally sculpting the faces as those in control due to refugees, forming clones. As the film progresses, shadows cascade and the lighting dims in the darkest part of the story. This is especially effective at 5:09, where Kabor recounts, We hid some coffins that were to be sent away. As the lights darken, shadows blare, and a factory worker packs away a mannequin tightly into a cardboard box. The audience is left pondering in horror of willing to crawl into a coffin alive, without food or water and no idea where you're headed. The combination of Irregulars modes with the style it has been filmed in causes the audience to gradually become more unsettled, sensing the emotional trauma through sight and sound. Both the narration of the story and the consistent ringing of wind chimes at the beginning of the film causes those watching to feel uneasy. However, these wind chimes also create expressive rhythm, syncing with the quick short sequences of mannequins being compiled in various places. While the camera pans the room with flow, sounds switch to winds and oceans. This sensory technique has been used to immerse the viewer in the narrative. As the final scene fades to black, a small statement appears on the screen. Every year, 400,000 refugees try to enter Europe, fleeing the war, persecution, and poverty. These refugees risk their lives in hoping to find something better, yet most find a different kind of pain and suffering. At times, a single mannequin is embodied in a cage set among the free, symbolizing that he has escaped, yet he is still trapped. Often the case for many of these refugees. This small paragraph is perhaps one of the most important messages of the film, leaving an emotional impact on the audience. Purposely placed at the end, emphasizing the point that this traumatic story the audience have just witnessed is just one such journey. To know that there are hundreds of thousands more stories like this is powerful and terrifying. It serves to remind us that refugees are not simply statistics or numbers. They are in fact a name, a face, and a story to each number. To each